What's going on? We're back in a video game on a mobile platform. And as you can see, we getting ready for the Halloween spooktacular. Everything's looking great. But I gotta tell you something. You know, it's Halloween. You know what I mean? Some spooky shit going on. There's some scary shit going on. Let me tell you something. I'm about to show you something very scary. This is something you never want to see in your fucking life. This man right here, this man right here, this man is the worst card in the fucking game. So, I used to use this card when I first started playing the game, and I never truly understood how ass he is. First of all, let's look at his leader skill. Attack plus 25% when HP is 30% below. What the fuck? Why would I ever want that? Okay, that's the first thing. Second of all, huge damage, that ain't too bad. Now, what you're about to witness is what makes this guy a complete and utter piece of shit. Other than the fact that he kidnapped his brother's fucking son and tried to molest him in a van, that makes him pretty bad. What's even worse, enemies and allies attack plus 25% when HP is 30% or below. To my knowledge, this is the only card in the game that gives the fucking enemy characters a fucking boost. So you're lower than 30% HP, you get a 25% boost, but guess what? Your enemies get a 25% boost. So we gonna take on Super Battle Road. We're going to attempt the Extreme Super Battle Road, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably, oh fuck, today's Friday, ain't around. Well, we using keys, boy. We using keys to success. I honestly, I don't know what fucking category this asshole falls into, but whatever fucking category it is, I probably won't be able to beat anything. In all honesty. Who the fuck did I use last time? Oh, I used this, huh? Let's see. Did I ever use anyone other than these assholes? Not really. Alright, so let's back it out. Let's get an Extreme Tech Frieza! Alright, so I gave up on trying to get a Tech Frieza. We just gonna go with your boy, Goku Black. You know, he's not terrible. He's not bad. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I like the HP regen that fucking Frieza brings to the table. I like that a lot. But yeah, I mean, Raditz, in all honesty, is probably one of the fucking most misrepresented characters in this game. You know, he's pretty much made out to be a piece of shit, which may or may not be true. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know enough to say whether or not that's true or not. Let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and get the double attack down. So we're going to attack down this Gotenks twice, or Goten twice. So I'm actually not afraid to, well, I'm not afraid to just use a Marin. We should be A-okay here. Assuming that we get supered with Janemba, we're fucking fine, dude. Like, nothing, ain't shit gonna happen to us, player. But yeah, I think this Raditz is legit the fucking shittiest card in the game. Like, he has no... Like, there's a lot of SSRs, a lot of SR characters. You know, they get you through some hard times. You know what I mean? You struggle. Shit's difficult. But eventually, you make it out the fucking trap. You make it out the ghetto. You get your first UR. Get your first LR. You know, shit is looking good. Please dodge. Give me energy and dodge. Just... Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I nutted. But... This fucking Raditz has never done anything good for me. And when I saw him in my box staring at me with that fucking face of pure evil, I just had to share my fucking pain and suffering with a lot of individuals out there. Let's go ahead and continue to focus as Goten. Let's go ahead and attack down the Trunks. Please, God, do not super fucking boo, dude. And then we'll actually attack down... Who's up next? Up next is oh, Jesus. Alright. We're going to attack down the Gotenks one more time. Or Goten. I keep saying Gotenks. Goten one more time. Hopefully we'll be A-okay. But we'll see here. Alright, not bad, not bad. At least we block properly. You know, we got hella defense this turn, boys. But yeah, I actually got home not too long ago. That's usually the fucking moral of the story, because 9 times out of 10 I'm at work, and if I'm not at work, then I'm thinking about going to work. And today was a very time-consuming day, dude. Today was Supposed to be a nice, relaxing Friday. You know, I go in on Friday. My job every Friday, they have bagels. You know, they want to make you feel like you're special, so they come through. They're like, "Hey, here's some bagels." I'm like, "Oh, interesting. Thank you." You know, me, I'm eating my fucking bagel. I'm munching on that shit. I'm having a good old fucking time. And then all of a sudden, bro, I don't know if it's just fucking God knows it's a Friday. He wants to fuck with me a little bit or what. But some way, somehow, ooh, oh my, dude, we just dodging this goten all day. Some way, somehow, like everything started shitting the bed in our production space, and that's like the number one thing you don't want to happen. So this is what happened today, right? I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the past, but one of my coworkers, he's more of a junior mingy. He's a junior guy, and he accidentally in the past, like in August, he didn't mean to do this, but he deleted production data of customers, like individuals that were live that were using our service lost information and like were complaining. They're like, what the fuck is going on, bro? What is this bullshit? So because of this, all right, let's do that. This looks, no, actually let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. You look, you could kill this Gotenks, dude. Low key, man. I fucking believe in me. But yeah, like I was saying, he accidentally deleted a bunch of data. He didn't mean to, but he fucking did it. You know what I mean? It ain't about what you mean, it's about what you do, right? So he deleted a bunch of data, and then he made a other work item to do to basically clean up all the bullshit. Like, he fucked everything up, and now it was his job to figure out, you know, what to fix, what to clean, etc., etc. And we're like, all right, bet, it looks good, dude. You know, you cleaned your shit up. It's looking A-okay. And we moved on. August, done and over. It's over. The fucking story has ended, right? And then today, a customer calls in. They're like, yo, dude, I'm still seeing this problem, dude. And we're like, wait, what? I thought we fucking fixed this shit in fucking goddamn August. I thought this shit was done and over with. And then we found out that unfortunately, I guess we just didn't pay enough attention. But what our teammate thought he did, he didn't do, it seems like. It seems like he just fucking... Honestly, I don't even know what happened. And the reason why I don't know what happened is because of this, right? So this is what happens, right? We're like, oh shit, what the fuck? Did this guy delete shit properly? Did he fuck something up? Like, what happened? What is screwed up? So we're thinking that. Me and my other teammate were like, yo, all right, let's check this shit out. Look at the database. Shit is looking Gucci. Look at Elasticsearch. Shit is looking shitty. All right? Figure out there's shit that's supposed to be in Elasticsearch. It ain't in Elasticsearch. And basically, the reason why that's important is because the service that we provide with this is that we use Elasticsearch. I think a lot of companies do this. We use Elasticsearch as a kind of like an enablement for fast searching, kind of like if you think of Google Auto Suggest and Google Auto Completions, it's similar to that. And basically, that shit ain't working, which means the customer can't search for shit and find shit the way they usually would and want to see. So I look through, he looks through, we figure out a list of customers that were affected. We're trying to, you know, we're like in the middle of this shit. We're almost at the end phase of figuring out what the fuck we're gonna do. But what happens is, this is the part where shit gets a little fucky. This is the part where shit gets a little bit frustrating, right? We're already into shit. We already taking L's, right? Then all of a sudden, dude, this is fucking, I don't even know how the fuck this shit happened, right? We have an integration event going on, right? We're building some system for some customer, and we're like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks away from going live. November, more like a month, but we're like a month out from going live. And we found out today there was actually a bug. Well, it wasn't even a bug. Well, here's the thing. There was a problem that with one of our services, we were taking information and hard coding. You could say hard code. It wasn't hard coding, but we were putting the wrong information in field information. So, for example, say you give me a JSON field where it says name Bob, title fucking grocery worker, and then we take that, and every time for title we just put fucking manager, right? That's essentially the same thing we were doing. But we figured this shit out in August. In August, we're like, oh shit, what the fuck are we doing? We fucked up, right? We figured that out. But here's the problem, bro. Here's the fucking problem, right? dude, like, we honestly, all right, let me finish what I'm saying, and then I'll get to the point that I wanted to make, which was we just have so much fucking shit going on. Like, at any given time, we're doing 10 different fucking things, and it's hard to remember, like, what the fuck we're doing at any time. Let's go for that. So basically, what ends up happening is this, right? We go through all this bullshit, we get fucking drained, and what ends up happening is that accidentally we fix the problem, right? I already told you we know this problem exists, right? But the issue here is the fact of the matter being that we never pushed the fix. So, like, we fixed it, right? We're like, oh shit, this is a problem. We gotta fix it, etc., etc. So we go to fix the shit, and what ends up happening is that we never pushed it out. So, like, it never was live. It was never, like, out there. So it fucking never, like, it never did anything. But the problem is, although it was never out there, although that shit is not there, we thought it was there, and we're like, I bet we chilling, bro. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't nothing to worry about. We all good. Everything good in the hood. And then come to find out, what's up happening is we pushed a bunch of data. We pushed a shitload of data, and we're like, I bet we Gucci, we Louis, everything looking good. We ain't got to worry about nothing. Oh, no. Dude, this is how I felt this morning, bro. When all the problems happened, this is how I felt. Look at this, bro. This is the fuckery right here. This piece of shit Raditz just gave 5 niggas a 25%. Yo, we need to. I know I just used a Whis, but we gotta fucking heal, dude. We cannot fuck around with this nigga Raditz on the field. Okay. Fuck. Okay, so who should I kill? I should kill Tien. Holy shit. Tien gotta go, man. That motherfucker's attacking Raditz. That nigga can't handle that shit. Alright. I'm hoping Tien's gonna be dead. But we did. I'm gonna go for the Master Roshi because I can at least damage her. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna stay on the Tien. If Tien dies, I'll damage reduce Gohan. And in the meantime, I'm gonna give this motherfucker super because guess what? We put in work. Pussies, we put in work. So yeah, we basically figured out that there was an existing issue that we already knew about, that we already fixed, but we never pushed it to our production space. So we were just been processing shit for the past couple of weeks. Like, thankfully, it was a subset of the data. Like, basically, we have 4 different data types, and of the 4 different data types, one of them was fucked, which kind of sucks. But at the very least, by the way, why did I just take 30K from that? Dude, I might die here. I have a week. That's right. Had to pull out the full power category. Unfortunately, this fucking stage was really fucking hard with that piece of shit Raditz. I actually thought it was going to be really easy because, I don't know, I just remember this stage being easy, but fucking Raditz is pure shit, dude. He's so fucking ass. Dude, the fact of the matter is, first of all, he has 0 defense, 0 attack. Not only does he not bring anything to the table, he actually makes the enemies stronger. So the fact that he makes the enemies stronger and he's a piece of shit basically is like he's fucking over the entire team. It's like if you were playing a football game and you had a player who wasn't that great, but imagine if you had a player who wasn't that great, but he was also punching the quarterback in the stomach. That's who the fuck Raditz is. He's a piece of shit. But with that being said, it is 72 hours later, right? I started this shit off on Friday, October 17th, and here I am, October 20th, and I finished this shit. I actually was playing this event. I played this event so many fucking times. I might be ass, or maybe Raditz is really just so shit. It's really hard. Either way, this has been 3 days in the making. So hopefully, someone out there has the same level of autism that I have, where they appreciate this. But that being said, let me continue explaining the fuckery that's been happening at my job. So, as I said before, there was an issue Friday where 2 production issues came up. The one issue, by the way, look at this double up. Yeah, you already know I ain't taking no fucking chances. I'm doing Whis and Snake, bitch. But yeah, Friday we had an issue where something that we thought we fixed in August was not fixed. Then we had another issue that Friday where we thought that, again, we pushed something to our production space, some new feature that fixed the bug. We did not do that. And I feel like with this stuff, like, this is my first job, but I think in general, this is a true statement, is that we just have so much fucking shit. It's hard to manage everything and keep everything into consideration. Because, like, right now, we own a lot of fucking products. Like, we own a lot of shit, man. Like, allegedly, they're supposed to bring in another team who's probably going to, like, absorb some of our old bullshit, which, oh my god, that would be great, dude. Like, we ended up, like, our team, we ended up, soaking up some bullshit software. We made it better. But goddamn, bro, like once software is created and it's shit, there's not much you can do, dude. Like, once it's out there, you can't change contracts. You can't update shit to break it for other people. So whatever dog shit that was out there, you just gotta make the dog shit look a little bit better. Yeah, it's still dog shit, but it's just a little bit better. So we have some products that were pre-existing, like, it's crazy. Like, the pre-existing stuff that we got, we made it better, but it's so much shittier in comparison to the new stuff we've made. So I'm hoping if there's a new team that comes through and they're like, yeah, dude, we got a new team. You got anything you want to give them? I'm like, yo, I know exactly what these motherfuckers need. They need the same shit we got 8 months ago. Here you go. Take the shitty service. Take the shitty database. Dude, what's crazy is this, right? Two things, right? One is that pre-existing software, right, is dog shit, okay? And then sometimes people don't do the due diligence in, kind of realizing that the stuff they make actually has an impact and actually will possibly be really good or really bad. An example of this is that we have a database, something that works with a database, and the person who made the database was basically a piece of shit who was just like, fuck it, I don't feel like working on this. And he made it way asser than it should be. And recently, we were using a utility to load data files, and that utility is hooked up to that database. And the HTTP request for just polling the database and getting basic metadata information was 9 minutes. 9 fucking minutes. Just because the person who made that database didn't do his best job. Like, he was basically a lazy piece of shit, or he didn't give a fuck. But yeah, back to my point of saying we own a lot of shit. Like, we own a lot of shit, dude. Like, off the top of my head, we own fucking 1 Lambda, 2 Lambda, 3 Lambda. We own 3 Lambda functions, right? Which basically are their own microservices. They're serverless functions in AWS, right? They're all fucking bung as shit. They're all fucking obese. Actually, wait, I take that back. We own 4 Lambda functions. And then we also own 1 microservice, 2 microservice, 3 microservice. Then we also own 1 database, 2 database. Then we also own and are fucking managing an Elasticsearch instance, which is connected to the Lambda, which is connected to the fucking, it's associated with the database, and it's also connected to peripheral services. So, for example, other teams have another service where we use Elasticsearch, but we don't provision the indices. They provision the indices and define them, and they're the ones who, for example, like our coworker who accidentally deleted that shit, we use that microservice to work with the Elasticsearch indices, which is actually really interesting. And it's funny because recently, like I said, I started this Friday, ended this today, Sunday. And I was out with my friends yesterday, and they're actually fucking cooking me. Dude, I don't know what it is about my friends, but they just want me to leave my job. They're like, listen, you gotta leave, you gotta jump ship. Maybe they're right, maybe I'm an idiot, but, they were like, yo, why don't you work at Microsoft? Why don't you work at other companies? I'm like, honestly, like, I feel like I just came out of college 2 years ago. I know that 2 years, it sounds like just, but it feels like I just came out of college. And I feel like I'm learning a lot at my job. Like, I've gone to conferences at, for example, different technology conferences, and a lot of the cutting edge stuff they were talking about, we did a lot of. We use microservices. We use AWS heavily. We have serverless functionality that we use. We're very heavily integrated in the cloud with AWS as well as with Azure. And I feel like the stuff I'm working on is very interesting. I mean, maybe it's just that, I'm so young and so inexperienced that, like, I don't realize a lot of this stuff is, like, played out to a degree, but it's, like, interesting shit. And I feel like I'm still learning a lot. That's why I do like my job a lot. I mean, even redoing some of the older stuff, but now with a new twist. Like, for example, one thing I'm kind of excited about working on in my job is basic authentication, which is something that I've only ever dabbled with myself. But basic authentication and then OAuth authentication. And I've only ever done that by myself. The most I ever did really was, like, basically, like, using what other resources people put out. And in terms of, like, for example, Dokkan Battle uses OAuth. and the way that they signed that and the information that you signed. I did it manually, and I did it without, for example, when you Spring, there's certain things you can use that'll help you in the process in doing that. And obviously, when I tried signing shit with Dokkan doesn't want you to fucking sign shit. Dokkan doesn't want you to know what they're doing. It just so happened that information had leaked, and there's enough information out there where you can sign your requests and communicate with the server, which is kind of interesting. It was just kind of like a cool learning experience. Hindsight 2020, I kind of wish I worked on something else that was a little bit simpler, because that shit is way too fucking hard. Like, for someone who doesn't know anything, I mean, at the time, I was like, what, a junior or a senior in college? And I just didn't know enough about it, because, like, my dumbass was, like, looking at it like, how the fuck do I sign this request? And for someone who's, like, trying to reverse engineer or follow people who have done that, it makes a lot more sense if you already know OAuth. Like, if you already did the OAuth process, it would probably be a lot easier. Like, fucking people like Renzi, that guy's probably, he's a software engineer, he's probably done this a million fucking times, where it's, like, second nature, whereas for me, it was relatively new at the time. But, yeah, I feel like a lot of the troubles I had this week, it was kind of like it's funny, like, it was kind of a rough week. I'd say it's probably a tough week, but it wasn't really anything that was like, oh my god, I was so stressed out, holy shit, I'm a fucking asshole, piece of shit, da-da-da. But it was definitely a moment where I kind of felt stupid, and it was a moment where I was kind of like, fuck, like, we really could have done a better job at addressing certain issues. We could have done a better job in error checking. We could have done a better job in checking up and making sure that things are correct. But again, like, we have so much shit going on at any given time. Like, if I ask my coworker, is that pushed? Unless we're doing production shit at that time, we're not going to catch it. And again, I feel like the scope of the project we're working on. So, for example, the point where my coworker deleted shit by accident and it was just like fucked up, right? That was kind of like a hard thing to determine. That was kind of like a new thing. It's like, how do you now figure out, like, why certain things are fucked up and why things should be the certain way? And again, at the time, it was that coworker, another coworker that remediated it, so I don't even know all the information. I'm sure fucking tomorrow, that's going to be a good, 20-minute conversation at least, just going, what the fuck is going on? And what's hilarious, dude, I don't know, I don't think I mentioned this, but the coworker that fucked that up, and then yesterday we were continuing to clean it up, he actually was remote, yesterday, Jesus. He was remote Friday, so he was working from home, and when my coworker, the guy I was working with, was trying to figure it out and fix his shit, he was so salty. He's like, yo, you picked a good day to be remote. I was like, fuck, this guy's so salty. But yeah, again, so like that issue, he deleted the shit, and it's like, all right, it's kind of like a thing that's kind of hard to diagnose and figure out. But the second thing was kind of like, basically an error in our mistake is that we had, in our development side of things, we pushed out the latest version, then forgot to put it into the production space. But for that, I feel like, part of the nature of even pushing to like a production space is like to fail and fail fast. Like, you're not, like, there's so much shit to fucking take into consideration, and it's so hard. Like I said, we own like 12 fucking things. Like, we have to manage all this stuff. Like, I feel like we, like, legit, some teams manage like maybe a third of what we do, and we have a lot of shit, dude. Like, we have like 2 different products that are associated with the stuff we've written, and I feel like we're doing a pretty decent job in the sense of we're actually doing a pretty good job in that, like, this entire year, this is like the first big fuck up in terms of production, which kind of sucks, because I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't really run into another issue, especially something that we thought we remediated. But, from my perspective, again, it may be because I'm inexperienced, but I feel like it's a fuck up, obviously, and it's something we do need to get better at. But the fact that we've been working with another team who we've had our shit in production since fucking July, and now in October, they're finally fucking pushing to production, and they're finally fucking testing shit in production, and we had one thing fuck up. They had a million things fuck up. And it's like, dude, if you're going to fucking test shit, if you're going to fucking push shit, just fucking push it and have it out there. Like, this has been, like, whenever we integrate with another team, it's always failure points associated with another team. And I'm not blaming them. It's our fault. We forgot about it. But you got to understand, like, this is a product, like, it's basically a Databricks job that we pushed out, and no one was using it. So for, August, September, October, no one was using it. And now that the first time we're trying to use it, we're like, oh, shit, that's right. We were supposed to update that. And it's like, there's so much shit to do and there's so much shit to remember that a lot of times, like, if something doesn't fail, you're just gonna be like, all right, everything's good. Like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know this shit ain't working? But I guess at the end of the day, it's something we should get better at, and I'm sure we're gonna have a fucking at least a half-hour meeting tomorrow. So, like I said it earlier, what did I say? I said I either just come out of work and I'm making a video, or I'm thinking about going to work. So, either way, at the end of the day, this week was a fuck up. It was kind of annoying, but as bad as Friday was, I still think it wasn't as bad as this piece of shit Reddit.